born of a virgin, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Allah made it happen.
Why for him though?
This is Allahu A'lam. We don't know.
That's it? That's the only excuse you have, Allahu A'lam?
We don't have any clear reason why Allah did it, but He did it.
Okay, well,
that's what we
all
know.
right, hold on. So let's see how many things you don't know, because I'm going to show you them. Now, in Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 42.
Because we're not told this.
Okay, well, in Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 42, it says that Allah preferred Mary and purified Mary and preferred her above all women. You agree?
42?
Yeah, chapter 3 of the Quran, verse 42.
Recall the time when the angel said, "O Mary, surely Allah has chosen you and has rid you of all impurities and has preferred you to the women of all people."
Okay, and actually all creation, but that's okay. So Mary,
All creation.
okay, so Mary is preferred above all women of creation. Mary, right?
That's what the Quran says.
Okay, number one, that's number. Okay, number two, Mary is the only woman mentioned in the entire Quran, right?
Mary is the only woman mentioned
Yep.
in the Quran.
No other woman is mentioned by name. And the Quran will say the wife of so-and-so, the mother of so-and-so, but it never mentions any woman by name except Mary.
Well, you're claiming that, but I didn't confirm it.
It's easy, man. Just go Google it if you want. Mary, the word of a woman, the name of a woman, Maryam.
I'll stick with you. I'll
Okay.
stick with you, but I'm not going to admit
And
that.
you're going to
I'll
confirm it later. You're going to confirm it later.
I will stick with
Okay.
what's proof. So
Okay.
you're talking about the verse. Stick
Yes.
to the verse.
Yeah, no, because this is another proof, because Mary has a chapter named in her honor, Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 19, the chapter of Mary. Mary is preferred above all women, and Mary is the only woman mentioned by name in the Quran. Why? Why is she so honored and not the mother of your prophet? Why is she so honored but not the mother of your prophet? And in Sahih Muslim says that Amina, the mother of your prophet, is burning in hell.
Who's
Sahih Muslim. You want to read that for you?
you can't just say why is the you can't just ask these questions.
Why? Why can't I?
Because I mean Allah,
Why not?
because you can't question Allah and His logic. and
Where does
what
it
He
say?
says and what
So
He
you
does.
mean Allah wants me to be a dummy, a blind follower, being stupid all my life and not question? Then how am I going to know it's the truth?
Yeah. So do you question the Bible? No.
Of course. Why do you think I end up believing the Bible? Because I question to see if it's true, and I came to that conclusion. Here I'm asking you questions, you just want to blindly follow. So do you want me to read for you Sahih Muslim, where your prophet was told, don't pray for your mother because she was of one of the mushrikun, she's in hell, and his father's in hell? Muhammad's father and mother are in hell?
This is nonsense.
Do you want me to read the hadith? I mean, it's up to you. And it's from Sunnah.
Even if you read the hadith, I'm not going to believe it.
So you're not going to believe what Sahih Muslim says. Okay, here. But I'm going to give you the link anyway, and I'll read it. Let me just read it. Here it is. Sahih Muslim, book 4, number 2129. Abu Huraira reported, Allah's messenger as saying, I sought permission to beg forgiveness for my mother, but he did not grant it to me. Let me repeat it again. Allah's messenger asked Allah forgiveness for my mother, but he, Allah, did not grant it to me. I sought permission from him to visit her grave, and he granted it to me. So Allah said, Muhammad, don't pray for forgiveness. I won't forgive her.
So the Prophet's mother, she died before
She died as a
he
kafira.
received his revelations.
Okay, she died as a kafira.
She died before
As a
he
kafira,
received
right?
his
A disbeliever who was one of the mushrikun, who used to worship
If she-
idols, right?
If she doesn't have the knowledge, she's not to blame.
Okay, but then why is Allah telling Muhammad, don't ask for forgiveness? That means she's being blamed. Because you don't ask Allah to forgive her if she's not being blamed and she's in sin that needs to be forgiven. Do you understand what you're talking about?
What did I tell you about the hadith before? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about the hadith just a little while ago? You have to take it. Huh?
I'm laughing because you're getting angry for us. I don't know. Dude, I'm just quoting.
I'm not getting angry, but I'm making my point to you.
Okay, but dude, this is Sahih Muslim. You want me to then say, hey man, Sahih Muslim, who cares? But wait, I have to care because this is the Sunnah. You tell me follow Quran and Sunnah. The Sunnah is found in the Sahihain, Al-Bukhari Muslim, the most authentic collection. I quote it, now you're telling me, don't quote it, man. What I tell you? Dude, what kind of religion is this? You make it up as you go along. What kind of religion is this? I go to your source. I didn't write
Because the
Sahih.
Quran is the word of Allah.
Okay, where does the Quran honor Muhammad's
and
mother?
The Prophet said, "Don't make hadith about me," because
Really?
the Prophet himself instructed his companions not to make hadith. That's why this hadith is a debated issue these days.
Hold on.
And if you don't believe me,
man, dude, you're gonna create more problems, Jihad. Let's take it step by step. Okay, my question is, okay, forget the hadith. We go back to my point again. You made my point. Jesus's mother is so special. Allah mentions her by name in the Quran, but your prophet's mother is not so special because the Quran doesn't even tell us who she was, what's her name, and what's her background. Is that how Allah honored your prophet? He didn't even mention a single thing about his mother in the Quran. So I'm gonna know whose mother is.
Allah did not mention his mother's name.
But why does he mention Jesus' mother's name?
Because Jesus was a prophet.
So was Muhammad. He was a prophet. How come his mother's not mentioned?
Because Mary was a virgin. So
also because she's a virgin, she's mentioned.
I don't know, my friend. Listen, listen. You cannot ask me these questions because I cannot just answer.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, why Allah did this or why Allah did that. Allahu A'lam.
Now, Jihad, here's what's funny about you. You're going to call me and ask me questions about my faith, and if I don't answer, then you're going to laugh at me. You're going to say, yeah, stupid kafir. You don't know the answer and you're still a Christian. But conveniently for you, when you don't have an answer, you still want to be Muslim and saying, well, I don't know, I'm not a scholar, and you still want to believe. So then why do you attack Christians who want to still believe in their book even though they don't have answers?
What we know is that somebody else got put in Jesus's place.
Where do you know that from?
From Islamic sources.
And so a source that comes over 600 years after the time of Jesus is more reliable than documents that come within the first century, anywhere from 30 to 60 years after Jesus went to heaven. So a document that's 30 years after Jesus went to heaven is less reliable than your Quran that comes 600 years later. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. That's fine.
Okay.
All I'm saying to you is that there's some other scriptures out there that don't agree with what you guys believe in.
Okay, what's your name them? Name them.
Huh?
Give me the name. I gave you the Gnostic Gospels. They not only not agree with me, they don't agree with Muhammad.
Some of the Gnostic Gospels. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
None of them.
None of them. They believe that Jesus was a man.
No.
A regular man.
No, the Gnostics you're quoting either thought the human Jesus was indwelt by the divine.
There were some stuck for Allah that even believed that he was not even born of a virgin.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
So, okay, so then why are you appealing to them? Okay, let's go with you. One group of Gnostics thought there is Christ who is a divine being, a God from the higher level of the aeons. When he came to earth, appeared as a man, but wasn't actually human. He didn't have an actual physical body. It just appeared as a body, but he didn't have one. Were they right or wrong?
Wrong.
Okay. The other Gnostics believe there was a human Jesus, and that divine Christ, that Christ was different from the human Jesus. He came and dwelt Jesus. Then the human Jesus was nailed on the cross, and the Christ left him. Do you believe that? Were they right?
They could have been.
Oh, so you mean the Quran is wrong when it says Jesus is the Christ? Because this group says, no, Jesus is not the Christ. He's a man. Christ is God that indwelt him and left him. So then Muhammad is wrong.
Nobody knows for sure. The Quran doesn't go into detail about it.
The Quran says Jesus is the Messiah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Jesus is the Messiah.
This group said he's not. You're not listening, see? Jihad, you're not listening. This group said Jesus is not the Messiah. He's a man. And the Messiah is a divine being, a God that came to dwell in him, but then that Christ left him when the man Jesus died and was nailed to the cross. And you're saying the Quran agrees with this?
The Quran came to correct all the disputes that they had. So the Quran says that they disputed amongst themselves.
So they're wrong? Both these Gnostic groups were wrong?
Yeah, they're wrong in different angles according to Islam.
Okay, good. So then don't appeal to them because
different angles.
Okay, don't appeal to them because they don't agree with you. Now, where does the Quran say that someone else died in Jesus' place? That's Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 157, right?
Okay.
Show me where it says that someone was made to look like Jesus.
That's enough for me. Take it easy.
Okay, Jihad, take care. We'll talk some other time. All right, pray for Jihad. His name is Jihad Yusuf.